program is brought to you by KWV in the interests of canoeing. First. The marathon started in idyllic conditions in Paul with a Le Mans start and Robbie Harrison, being the defending champion, started in pole position. With the very low water level, the river wasn't about to be easy on the paddlers. First day would see the competitors paddling the 59.1 kilometers to Somport Drift. Magnificent weather in Paul for the start, even though the temperatures are low. Lots of people turned out to encourage the competitors on their first of 4 days on the river. With the paddlers still tightly packed, the bridge provided some minor moments.
Robbie Harrison leading his fellow South Africans, Donnie Malherbe, Adam van Coller, Richard van Mansberg, Britain Simon Joss, and Magnus Kolbach of Sweden. Ladylock Bridge in the first of the Borland Bank hotspots. Robbie Harrison leading the pack here. This is worth 10 seconds to his day. Drama at Wellington Rapids. Van Coller obstructing the field. Robbie Harrison seized the moment and he surged into the lead. Virtually the entire Springbok side swimming here, including Simon Dark of Britain. This is the moment Robbie Harrison has been waiting for, and he's capitalized on it and broken away. Fortunately, the river not too full and managing to control their boat. Donnie Malherbe is in the water there. Murray Wilson still upright, and over he goes. This will cost the paddlers valuable time. They'll have to empty their boat, get back in, put their spray decks on, and chase Robbie Harrison. And it's Squirky. The guard waits. It's Robbie Harrison. He's built up an incredible 2-minute lead over Richard van Mansberg, who managed to get away from the chaos upstream. Richard van Mansberg paddling strongly, taking up the chase. Harrison's a full 4 minutes ahead of Donnie Malherbe. And at Clay Rapid, it's Murray Wilson, Simon Dark of Britain, and Magnus Kolbach of Sweden taking up the chase. And behind them, Donnie Malherbe, Angus McIntosh, and former champion of the river now, John. Robbie Harrison has been caught in dramatic fashion here by Donnie Malherbe. Donnie's a very aggressive paddler. Harrison's almost out of his boat. And Malherbe is pulling himself fast. An incredible sporting gesture as he pulls Harrison upright.
Now Robbie Harrison's 4-minute lead over Donnie Malherbe is north.
It's an incredible performance by Donnie Malherbe to have caught Robbie Harrison from behind. It's taken him about an hour and a quarter, and he's forging into the lead. Robbie Harrison's not looking good. He's in trouble. And approaching Hermon Bridge, it's Donnie Malherbe. He's the son of 3-time winner Yanni Malherbe. His brother's been in the first 5 on this marathon as well in the past. And he's determined to win. He's showing great form here today, and he's left Robbie Harrison in his way.
Back upstream at Clay Rapid, we've got one of these Swedish paddlers.
That's young author of Sweden, one of the leading women's kayakers in Europe at the moment. Tremendously powerful on the flat water. This Donnie Malherbe, he turned a 4-minute deficit into a 3-minute lead over Robbie Harrison. A stunning performance, an incredible performance. And he shows it to the crowd as well. And the KWV defending champion Robbie Harrison not looking his usual strong self. Very tired, but he's hung on grimly, and he finishes in second place. And in third spot, a tremendous effort from former champion Maynard Marais and new Springbok hopeful Murray Wilson. Tommy Carl, the proud Swedish manager, leading 10th place, Magnus Kolbach up to the Somport Drift farmhouse.
Lots of TLC was needed for the paddlers after a long day, the first day of the 1995 BERG River Canoe Marathon. This to take away the aches and pains of 59 kilometers on the very low BERG River. Day 2 also started in great weather. From Kortrijk to Bridgetown, a distance of 43.2 kilometers, the shortest of the 4 days.
Robbie Harrison looking a lot stronger this morning, and it's Donnie Malherbe on his way yet again, and Maynard Marais, former champion, on the right-hand side.
So now, why these diamond formations?
Well, Donny Malherbe is leading the pack there. He's paddling a lot harder than the paddlers on either side of him. They're riding his weight, the weight created by his craft. They're using probably 15% less energy. Donny Malherbe paddling very strongly, leading Robbie Herreshoff and South Africa's Richard van Mansberg. No international paddlers in sight at this stage.
The South Africans ahead because of their local knowledge?
Exactly, and the Blackrock Rapid knowledge is a critical factor. And what's interesting is that Robbie Herreshoff and Donny Malherbe are taking a very dangerous route. 10 boats were broken there last week, but they're taking the risk. The other chaps, Maynard Marais and Richard van Mansberg, are portaging on the right.
Now let's see who comes out first.
It's a critical point in the race. They could break away here if their portage is quicker than the others.
Herreshoff is out, he's carrying his boat already.
He'll probably be put in first. Donny Malherbe will probably be put in second, but the other two are closing in pretty fast on them, so this is if they'll get away together here.
A fair ways behind, being led by South Africa's Antje Manfroni, the leading lady in the BERG River Canoe Marathon for 1995.
And out front is Robbie Herreshoff looking stronger by the hour. And behind him, Donny Malherbe grimly defending that yellow jersey. He's determined to stay with Robbie, displaying all the tenacity of the Malherbe family. And behind them, former champion Maynard Marais seeking yet another gold medal. Richard van Mansberg on his way. And the three rebels where Donny Malherbe being led by 4-time champion Robbie Herreshoff. They're 20 minutes from Bridgetown. There's going to be a battle royal for honors today. Donny Malherbe still got that yellow jersey. He's determined to hang on to it.
Lots of preparation must go into the BERG River Canoe Marathon.
To win this race, to beat Robbie Herreshoff these days, you've got to virtually be a professional. And the approaches to Bridgetown, it's a long straight, and there's not another paddler in sight. They've built up an incredible lead here, and it's going to be a sprint finish. Robbie Herreshoff leading, Donny Malherbe hanging grimly to his wave, but Robbie Herreshoff showing all the power that we're used to seeing on the BERG River Marathon. Donny Malherbe in second place. He's hung on to that yellow jersey and he'll be pleased. He'll sleep soundly tonight. And in the fight for third place, it's young Richard van Mansberg leading the wily old former champion Maynard Marais home.
And the leading lady, of course, for South Africa, Antje Manfroni.
Day 3 dawned clear, and the paddlers face a new route from below the Mittelstand Dam, cutting out a full 12 kilometers of flat water.
The third day would see them go over a total distance of almost 57 kilometers. A wicked cold front was predicted, however the start saw them heading off in pretty decent condition.
Donny Malherbe leading Maynard Marais, Murray Wilson, the find of the BERG River this year, and of course defending champion Robbie Herreshoff looking stronger as the days grew longer. Murray Wilson, Richard van Mansberg, Simon Dark of Britain, and the old man of the river, Graham Monteith. The front bunch approaching Moravia Weir. From past 340 to the stage, Robbie Herreshoff very quick out of his boat, followed of course by Donny Malherbe, still grimly defending his yellow jersey. Paddlers can't afford to make a mistake here. If they fall out of the boat, they'll lose the bat. Robbie Herreshoff, of course, many supporters.
Antje Manfroni still the leading lady, opting to shoot the weir.
She'll save herself a lot of time by doing this. Steady brace and away she goes. Way ahead of you. And up front again, the river showing its teeth. The level is here very low, and a weir that nobody had seen before. Paddlers approach very cautiously. No mishaps for the front two. The 40 is Cliffyable. Again, Robbie Herreshoff, incredibly quick out of his boat, totally professional and committed. He'll be first in the water again. A kilometre downstream, the first 25 paddlers will be pulled off the water by the officials, and they'll race the traditional KWV time trial. A tough race. They'll start in reverse order, where Donny Malherbe, the yellow jersey wearer, will start 2 minutes behind the defending champion, Robbie Herreshoff.
After a half-hour break, he was back to the river for the paddlers. Robbie Herreshoff starting 2 minutes ahead of the yellow jersey holder, Donny Malherbe.
Go. 2 minutes, Donny.
riding behind Robbie Harrison. The weather's turned absolutely atrocious. They're going to have to battle into a howling northwest gale. It's going to play a huge part in the proceedings here today.
What is it that is so difficult about a time trial? I mean, they're not paddling in a group anymore.
This is the race of truth. This is where there's no place to hide in a time trial. There's no wave riding allowed. It's just the clock in your mind, monitoring your body stroke by stroke and trying not to overdo it. We've got some monsters for South Africa's A side. Very, very powerful paddler. Donnie Malherbe doing everything he can to hold on to his lead. Robbie Harrison seems to think the lead is unassailable, but you can never tell with this man.
Paddling to a northwesterly headwind, Donnie Malherbe started off the time trial with a 2-minute 41-second lead.
And approaching Stoke Cliff, a powerful performance, an incredible performance from Robbie Harrison. He's passed Van Munster, he's passed Maynard Marais, and all that he has to do now is sit and wait and see what the gap's going to be on Donnie Malherbe. An incredible effort from this paddler.
Weather conditions deteriorating fast as Donnie Malherbe comes in. What will the clock say?
A mind-boggling performance from Robbie Harrison. He has the yellow jersey. He's not only wiped out a 2:41 deficit, he's now 27 seconds in the lead. To the north unfavorable, the paddlers are now faced with an incredibly tough 3.5-kilometer portage. And it's Robbie Harrison leading Donnie Malherbe. They're sticking to each other today. They won't let each other out of their sight. Murray Wilson, incredibly good runner, he's shadowing them.
One therefore presumes that when training for a marathon such as this, you don't only spend time in the water, you spend time on the road pounding the pavement.
Well, BERG marathon paddlers not to such a great effect, but it does form part of their training programs. But interestingly enough, in the first 20 today, we've got the duty champion Kevin White. He should easily win this 40.
So rumors that the BERG River New Marathon would be renamed to the Cape Duty untrue?
Well, it's looking a little bit like that this year. Possibly a duty qualifier.
At this stage, the paddler is uncertain of where to go. Do they carry on running or do they put back in the water?
Well, there's Kevin White coming into the picture now, and you can see he's a much stronger runner than the other. And at the put in, further hyacinth upstream. The entire river's blocked here. This is the main stream.
The hyacinth not unique just to the Hartbeespoort Dam, of course.
Absolutely not. Possibly we could introduce hippopotami here.
Is this a recent development on the BERG?
Last 5 years, this is what's happened to the BERG, unfortunately. Farmers' fences causing absolutely no problems. A very cheerful-looking Robbie Harrison here. And at the put-in, Robbie Harrison into the water first as usual, and he powers away into the lead, followed by Maynard Marais, and into the picture, a different put-in, and slightly behind it off the pace, Donnie Malherbe. All he has to do today is make up 28 seconds, and he'll be the winner. Asking a lot. Ahead of him, Robbie Harrison organising his group. The huge gap that Malherbe will have to make up. But make up, he does it. Incredibly powerful paddler. He's caught up to Robbie Harrison again as they approach Cliphook, one of the final portages.
Still paddling into a bit of a headwind, but weather considerably improved on the previous day.
The wind, in fact, after the portage here became very, very miserable and it was very hard to paddle into. Maynard Marais trailing the leaders there. Robbie Harrison once again very quick on the portage. At international level, they refer to him as one of the quickest portages around. Back on the water with Donnie Malherbe, the old fox, Maynard Marais, and Murray Wilson. Tremendous performance today. Is a very good cross-country runner, and it certainly helped him pull up and leave Richard van Munster behind. He definitely pulled up into the gold medals today.
What is it that made Robbie Harrison so good?
Absolute commitment and a totally professional approach to training.
215 kilometers later, the finish line at Port Owen.
Robbie Harrison showing his class, towering across the line ahead of Donnie Malherbe. Very tired Donnie Malherbe, and elated Robbie Harrison winning an unprecedented 5th consecutive KWV BERG marathon title, equaling the record of 5 wins by Stefan Jucher.
I'm Tim Anfoni for South Africa, the Queen of the BERG River. Robbie Harrison.